This video is all about knee ability regressions. Can you take even a 1-inch step backward? That's something. Get into a rhythm. Pump up backward. That's the fundamental concept that got me off painkillers. Then, can you assist yourself to step down even 1 inch? That's something. Measurable strength gain over weeks, months, years is the goal. Height, weight, and slope are all valid ability increases. This helped make basketball stop hurting my knees. Then, can you assist yourself to get into a squat, even a little bit, one side at a time, while stretching your hip flexors? I don't care how deep you go. Over time, measurable strength and flexibility gain is the goal. Lower front foot and or loading increases difficulty. Then, if you feel good in a deep squat, fortify it. And if not, by elevating your heels and using counterbalance, can you get into it without pain? Measurable increase of pain-free ability that works for your demands is the goal. And all the while, be chasing an increase of pain-free ability in balance to your direct knee ability, such as behind the knees, below the knees, and in the areas above the knees. I never even dreamed I would one day be known for my knee and jumping transformation. But with an understanding of regression, progression, rather than no knees over toes, I believe we all have more potential. Now, I spent the past few months showing every single exercise and regression I use. So this video, I'm gonna keep it really personal on 2 topics, concepts. One is ability versus demand. So if we look at something like this, I have to have a certain amount of ability to handle that. Someone else, though, might be able to do the same thing. Could you go here? But if we take that concept again, if this goes high enough, I'm gonna get hurt. So there's no absolute protection. Not for me, not for anyone. But there's also, unless there's some structural defect, there's not a 0 of ability either. So there's not an absolute 0 or absolute 100 of ability. So that's part of the explanation. It's just to realize you've got ability versus demand. So ultimately an injury means that the demand exceeded ability. Now maybe if you're in a car accident or if you got hit in a football game, like it might not be possible for a human to build a certain amount of ability, but there's a lot of ability we can build. So that's the fundamental of how a lot of people have been able to go from bad knees to relatively good knees. Or like in my case, basketball stayed the same, but then I was able to play that game. But some tasks maybe I couldn't do. The other is science versus art. So I could say, here, look at the position my knee is in, okay? I'm trying to slow this motion down without pain. So I'm trying to get stronger at handling that position. Now, this is a very similar concept. So someone could say, step jumps are better, or depth jumps are better for protecting your knee. Again, it's not an absolute, because let's say I have my dad do this. If my dad does this enough, no offense, Pop, like that could cause injury for him. But he might be able to go here, control it, build strength. So for him, he's been able to get to where hiking now is easier when he goes downhill. So a lot of people have gotten to where now they can go on hikes and they can come downhill. You're all in that position. But it's just jockeying these factors. Demand versus ability. So try to get yourself to a level of ability where then you can do the demands you want in life. And then separate to that is to not think in absolutes on that's a bad method or never do this or oh, it's an art. We want to know the ingredients, but you could have 2 different chefs take the same ingredients and make totally different end results. Neither one's right or wrong. They could both be delicious. So I hope that helps you with the mindset now. This was my last video after just doing individually on like every single thing in a knee ability series. All the knee exercises I do, but I think this mindset hit me. Something's missing. The mindset is missing. So, last thing is just to thank you. You allow me to have this job where I get to educate here on YouTube, not have to worry about turning the ad money on YouTube. I get to have the time to try to make products because I was an in-person coach stacking things for clients so much. I wanted something measurable. So you don't need this. This is for user friendliness. This is for user friendliness. I used to have to stack up Nordic benches. You make this possible. We've got our own American-made tib bar. We're not perfect. American manufacturing is a very interesting thing, but like we stay on it to see what's realistic that we can make here. We're constantly on it, and that's because of you. So you're causing more American jobs, and that's pretty awesome. Knee ability, as you can see, I try to teach you everything I know, and then we have the lowest price, $49.50 a month with no long-term contract if you want to do the full programming and send in as many questions and form videos as you want. Last but not least, we've even got our own foot-shaped shoes now. Alyssa, I like foot-shaped shoes. She wanted me to look clean. It's nice to have something for our brand. I love this. And there might even be an ATG gym or coach near you now, depending on when you're watching this video. Those links are in the description, and it's all because of you. Thank you.